midnight right now and I just got back from a run, and I'm going to run you through it, exactly my journey to making 10k a month and how you can also do this. So if we go back about 11 months ago, at the time, came to the end of summer. I'd just been in my job for 2 years, came to the end of a relationship, and there was a lot of changes going on in my life because of that, right? So I took it as the chance to be like, right, this is the time that I'm going to go all in. I knew what I'm capable of. I knew what is possible. So I'm like, let's go and do it this time. In the past, I had made money online. I'd done a bit of trading. I'd set up like drop shipping stores. I actually used to make money on Xbox through just like a service that I used to run, which would be getting people in the game with me, random games, make money. I used to make like sometimes I make a good like 500 just on the weekend as like a 14, 15-year-old playing Xbox. So it was quite good. I made a lot of money. I blew a lot of money. Left me with about 3k in savings. And then from school I went straight into the 9 to 5 and saved pretty much all of it. So I was always known for having like a lot of money. Well, not known for it, but like I was able to afford things. I'd like loan out my mates money if they needed it. Obviously they paid me back. I just felt very, very, very comfortable having a lot of money, knowing that I could make money online. And there wasn't much reason for me to change. However, when I got to this point where it's like, shit, been in this job for 2 years now. Another 2 years can go by just like that, then it's 4. Same can happen to then the 4. And I'm not willing to let that happen. So I was like, it's time to get uncomfortable, because that's where we grow, that's where we change. In the uncomfortable zone, that's where you have to strive and work hard to actually go and achieve what's next. See, when you're comfortable, you're very content with what's around you, and that's the worst place you can be, especially if what's around you isn't what you actually want to achieve. So firstly, you have to eliminate anything external, like anything around you, like, oh, it's a scam, I don't have time, like anything that's out of your control. You can't control it, so why even factor it in, right? You then have to look at, what internally can I start doing? What decisions can I start making to make sure that I do actually make this change and I don't go on for another 2 years? And all you have to do, at the end of the day, it all comes down to action. So you have to look at, why am I not taking action? It may come down to fear. It may come down to ego. There's many internal things where at the end of the day, it kind of stems down to that fear of failure, or, not putting in the hard work. But then if you knew that putting in the hard work, you'd be successful, would you put in the hard work? If it was 100% like certain, yeah, probably you would. So it's like knowing that it is possible, and if you put in hard work, you can achieve it. Why would you not still show up 100%? And when you can actually pass that limitation within yourself and realize that it all comes from you just having to get over the fear, take the action. The only way to get over fear is by taking action, becoming uncomfortable, doing things you've never done before, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I'm sure you've heard that before. But if you actually think about it for a second, every single thing you've done in your life up to this point has created where you are today. It's created literally everything that happens around you. The reason that this water bottle's to my right is because earlier I placed it to my right. And it's literally like, I may have a bit of chub on me because I decided to eat some cheeseburgers and not go to the gym for the last month, which obviously I haven't done. But every single thing, no matter how big or small, has led to where you are exactly today. So to be in a different place tomorrow, you're going to have to do different things. And if you want that place to be a lot different, these changes are going to have to be big and going to be easy. You're going to have to actually go out your way to make this happen. So what this looked like for me was realizing that I'm not where I want to be, and that I'm fucking comfortable. But luckily I knew what was possible. I knew I was capable of it, which you should too, because anyone can do it. And I was willing to actually get past my internal beliefs to go and take that action, which first I had to admit that, yeah, I had a lot of money saved, but financially I wasn't really in a good place. Like, my concept of money was all wrong. I don't know if it's around me here. Yeah, but the best book that you can read to understand the concept of money, Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's going to explain to you that, yeah, you can be a slave and get that quick money your whole life. Like, you can save it all up and cling on to what you've got. But this is just falling into the scarcity mindset, and you're just literally trying to get that quick, greedy cash. It's like, yeah, give me more cash. I want a pay rise. I want to get a 5K. I want to make sure I get it. Like, I want it to, be a fixed paycheck salary because I'm greedy and I want that money. And it's like, I think I'm doing well because I'm just chasing that next bit. But literally just getting paid out by someone above me. I'm building someone else's goals, right? It's when you realise that to achieve your goals, you have to stop chasing other people's goals, man. There's so many dreams out there, and dreams are big. Well, your dreams should be big. You ain't gonna suddenly achieve them by chasing after someone else's, right? So when you can start taking them steps, you can achieve yours. So what I had to do first was realise that, yeah, okay, cool, I had like 20, 30K saved up in the bank. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Everyone around me was telling me I was doing well, but who was everyone around me? Like, what kind of environments was I putting myself in? Other people that are in the 9 to 5, the same system as me, not people who I want to be. Not to say they're bad people or anything, but not the lifestyle I want to live, okay? So why would I take advice from people who haven't like achieved what I want to achieve, who aren't in a position that I want to obtain? So I started thinking, like, if I do this, like if I carry on down this route, am I going to be able to be sitting on a super yacht by the time I'm like 40 with not a worry in the world? Not a chance. And, well, is there a chance now? Yeah, 100%. There's like, I've opened the door to that chance being a possibility because I've stopped chasing other people's dreams and I'm starting to build my own. Like, even if you do really, really, really fucking well in the 9 to 5, the best you can probably get is 2 to 300K, right? Before you have to retire. Well, you don't have to retire, but before you get to that age. And that's if you do well. And 2 to 300K, like most people think, yeah, that'll do you a really, really nice life. Realistically, it's not really going to do you too well. I mean, yeah, you may have like a nice Range Rover. You could probably afford like a nicer car, like a lower end Lamborghini and a big house and nice holidays. But is that all you want? To be honest, like if I got to the end of my life and I had, a Range Rover, a Lamborghini, a big house, not my dream, I failed. I want multiple houses. I want so many cars that I can't fucking remember the names of them. So what I had to do was go and invest in myself. And yeah, this is scary. Yeah, I'd never done it before, but obviously big changes need a big step. So what I went and did was learn a high income skill. I went all at it, dedicated myself to it for months, alongside my 9 to 5. So I was able to make 5K a month before I even quit my 9 to 5. The fear as well of quitting the 9 to 5 was scary, like everyone was telling me I was doing the wrong thing. Everyone was telling me I was going to make a mistake. Everyone was telling me, oh, you're going to go do a pyramid scheme or scam people. And it's like, yeah, okay, bro. Again, don't listen to people that aren't in a position that you want to be in. And I can now say today, it's the best decision I ever made. But in the moment, quitting that job, it was scary. However, when it gave me that freedom to open my eyes to see what is possible, to see like what the world actually is, there's so much to the world that you haven't seen, that you don't know, that you're yet to explore. Don't miss out on that by staying in the 9 to 5, by not chasing your dreams. And that's literally just the beginning of how I started on this journey. And it's only been 10 months. So if you're going to take away anything from this, it's literally just start taking action. Reverse engineer it. What internally is holding you back from taking that action, and tackle that head on.